Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Okay, so everybody is able to listen to me properly, right? No issues whatsoever. Good. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How was your day, guys? Do let me know. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How was your day, guys? Do let me know. Everybody had a good day, a productive day today. Good, great, boring, productive. That's good, guys. Very hectic. So, hectic is also sometimes good, right? It means it was a productive day. Great, guys. Great. See, every day try to learn something new, try to achieve something new. Okay. That is something that you should be aiming for. You guys are student. Right now is the time to learn, to grow as much as possible. Okay. Good, guys. Okay, so keeping that in mind, guys, can you guys let me know what have we studied in our yesterday's class? Keeping that in mind, guys, could you guys let me know what have we studied in our yesterday's class? What have we studied in our yesterday's class, guys? We studied about functions, parameter, arguments, good. We studied about how to create a function, how to call a function, how to give a gift to a function, how to get a return gift from a function as well. That is all that we saw yesterday, right, guys? Please let me know. We learned about the question that we had, right? Undefined. We learned about undefined as well. Why was that undefined right over there? I introduced you guys to React.js. Okay, just an introduction to React.js as well. That also happened yesterday, right, guys? Please let me know. Introduction to React.js that also happened yesterday, right, guys? Good, great. So today, what we are going to do is there are two things that will be on our aim to learn about React.js today. Today, we will be having a little bit of theory as well in place. We'll try to understand that why 80% of the entire world is using React.js as the main technology for front end web development. What are its features? What makes it different from using just normal HTML, CSS, JavaScript? Okay, what is components? Okay, that is one of the features. Okay, what is React DOM? What is virtual DOM? What is the understanding about it? Why does it make React much more faster and efficient than using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, guys? All these questions we'll try to answer. All these questions we'll try to understand, guys, tonight. The second thing that we are going to do is once we have understood all these, okay, once we have understood all these, then we are going to move further with the hello world in React.js today itself. The practical in React.js, guys. So hello world in React.js, we are going to do it today itself. Okay. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Will that be fine? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand what we are going to do today, guys? Please let me know. Amazing. So these are the things that will be our aim for today, and we have to accomplish it, guys, before 9. Okay, so we'll make sure that we are going in a little bit faster manner. We are trying to understand as much as possible, guys. Okay, that would be our aim for today, guys. That would be our aim for today. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Great, guys. Amazing. So, okay. So once we are able to understand all this, then we'll move further with that. Okay. After 5 minutes, I will be taking your first attendance, guys. Okay. So be ready for that as well. I'm telling you guys from now onwards. After 5 minutes, I'll be taking your attendance, the first attendance for today. Okay. So be ready for that. Okay. Okay. Great. So let's get started with our class, guys. Let's get started with our class. Uh, okay. So what we are going to do is first we are going to understand one of the major core topics of React.js, that is components. For that, I'm going to open up Airbnb. Okay. Do you guys have any idea about this Airbnb, guys? Please let me know. Do you guys have any idea about this website called as Airbnb, guys? Do let me know. In the meanwhile, I'm just opening up the live chat. Give me a second, guys. Opening up the live chat on my mobile phone. Give me a second. Okay, I've opened up the live chat as well. Okay, so Airbnb was a very big startup, a $1 billion startup itself, and it basically allows you to rent out your homestays. Okay, for example, I'm having a property in Lonavala. Okay, one of the places in Maharashtra. I'm having a villa out there, so I can rent it out to people as a like a homestay hotel for per day basis itself. As you are able to see, people are renting their properties out at Nasik for 7,000 rupees per night. Okay, we have 30,000 rupees per night as well, 5,000 rupees, 28,000 rupees per night. So all these properties are being rented out by various different people on Airbnb. Now this Airbnb website is a $1 billion company, guys. Okay, let us check the valuation of Airbnb. Valuation of Airbnb. So Airbnb is a $73.83 billion company. Okay, Airbnb is $73.83 billion company, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know, guys. So it's a pretty huge company. Actually, Airbnb developers are paid very well. Like Airbnb has one of the highest paid software engineers in their company as well. Okay. So Airbnb has created its entire website using React.js. Okay. Airbnb has created its entire website using React.js, as you are able to see right over here. This is their website, has been created using React.js, guys. So let me take up a screenshot of this. Let me use up snippets. SNIPP. Okay, did it hang or something? Snipping tool. Let me take up a new snippet. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so this is my snippet of Airbnb website, guys. Okay, so in React, so any website that you have is created using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, that you already know, right, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So you are having this particular any website in the entire world using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Even in React as well. Even in React as well, when you are creating your websites, actually you are the base component is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript itself. The base component is not changing. Okay, but the way that we are using it is actually changing. So right over here, React follows. React uses something called as components. Okay, React uses something called as components, guys. Think about component right now. For just right now, think about components as nothing else but a function. You guys have learned function, right, guys? Please let me know. You guys have learned function yesterday. So, for example, right over here. Okay, right over here, you are able to see this card. Okay, you are able to see this card right over here, guys. You're able to see that this card is being repeated every single time on Airbnb's website, right? For example, what is changing? The data is changing. Okay, every card has a heart button. Every card has a carousel of images. Okay, multiple images right over here. Just the images are changing in every card. The where is this particular thing located? Which country is it located in? How far is it away? Okay, which dates are available? What is the price that is there? All these are common. Only the thing is, all this data is changing. All this data is the only thing that is changing, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Great. So try to understand this, that if you were just making this in normal HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, then for example, this has like some 100 lines of HTML code. Okay, some 150 lines of CSS code, and then some 20 lines of JavaScript code. Okay, this is the code that formulates this card. Then in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, if you wanted 1, 2, 3, 4 cards to be there, you would have to write all these all these 270 lines of code 4 times to get these 4 cards. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. You will have to create 4 cards. We'll have to write the exact same 100 lines of HTML 4 times. You'll have to write the exact same 150 lines of CSS 4 times. You have to write these 20 lines of JavaScript 4 times. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. What does your React does? Okay, React creates something like a component, okay, called as a component, guys. This component basically says that I don't want these to be considered as, I don't want to write this code 4 times, guys. I don't want to write this code 4 times. What I want to do is I will put all these into something called as a component. Okay, I will create a file. Okay, I will create a file which contains 100 lines of HTML, 150 lines of CSS, and 20 lines of JavaScript together. Okay, together, guys. See, guys, from my end, the video is going absolutely perfect. It's not buffering at all. Okay, from my end, the video is going absolutely perfect, guys. The video is not buffering at all, guys, at all. Because right over here, as you're able to see, I've kept my video open as well. I'm able to see the video when it is buffering. So please do not disturb the class. It is your internet problem that is happening. When my internet will be happening, I will be able to see it right over here that my video is buffering. Okay, so I will be letting you guys know that the video has started buffering. Right now, it is not buffering at all. Okay, it is not buffering at all, guys. Okay, so please do not disturb the class like this. So right over here, what I'm saying, guys, is that, let me go back to the image. So we'll put all these into a component called as card. Okay, we'll put this in a component called as card, guys. And if I want 4 cards, I just have to use card 4 times. That's it. If I want 4 cards, I have to just use card 4 times. That's it, guys. Nothing else. It is just like a function. Okay, all your code, you put it inside of a function itself. When you want to use that function, you just call that function itself. You just call that function. In a similar way, in React.js, this is called as a component, guys. In React.js, it is called as a component. Instead of writing 100 lines of HTML, 150 lines of CSS, and 20 lines of JavaScript again and again and again, I will just put all that inside of a component. I will just put that inside of a component itself, and I will just use that component called as card. I'm naming that component as card. I'm just going to use card 4 times. That's it. That is the benefit of using React.js. Instead of writing these lines of code again and again and again, you are able to combine them together, and then just the data is changing inside of it. Just the data is changing inside of it. Are you guys able to understand this concept of components, guys? Please let me know. Samuel, let's start. What are the things that we are going to learn in this course? You can just stay in this course and understand. As simple as that. It's the exact same thing that you have learned in functions, guys. Nothing different. You will be able to see that we are actually going to use functions only to do this. Okay, we are actually going to use functions to do this itself. As simple as that, guys. Okay, that is the very first thing that you guys need to understand. Okay, so it makes your code smaller. Okay, when you are using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you have to write the code again and again. It makes your code smaller. That is the first thing. Okay, the next thing that we need to understand is about DOM. Okay, the next thing that we want to understand is about DOM, guys. Before understanding about DOM, just a second, guys. Just a second. Excuse me. I'm sending you guys the link for the attendance right now, guys. You have 5 minutes to fill out the attendance. You have 5 minutes to fill out the attendance. At exactly 7:50, I will be closing the attendance link. You have 5 minutes to fill out the first attendance. Okay. At exactly 7:50, I will be closing the attendance link, guys. Exactly 7:50, I will be closing the attendance link. Okay, the first attendance has already been given to you guys. At exactly 7:50, I'll be closing the attendance link. Now, I'm not going to paste the attendance link anymore in the live chat. I've already pasted it a lot many number of times for you guys to see it. Exactly 7:50, the attendance link will be closed. The attendance link is working absolutely properly. People have started filling up the attendance link as well. Okay. Great. Awesome me, there's never an error in filling the attendance form. Okay, if you have missed the attendance of one day, it's no issues, we will handle that for you, but make sure that for the every single day you're filling up the attendance form properly. Okay, for one day I can understand, but make sure that for the rest of the days you're filling up the attendance form properly, guys. Okay. Chetan, Chahat, Batra, link is not come, sir. Then you don't know where I put the link, then you were not there in the class. Okay. We'll be starting our class in the next 3 minutes, guys. Do not worry. We'll be starting our class in the next 3 minutes. Okay, some of them are still not able to understand the concept about components. So let me just repeat it once again, guys. No issues in that. No issues in that, guys. I'll just repeat it once again. Okay. For those who are not able to understand this concept of components, please listen to me very carefully. Okay. So right over here, this is a card, right? This is a card. Okay, this card is being repeated again and again. Each card has a like button. Each card has an image that is there. Each card has where is it located at, what is the country. Each card has how many kilometers away is it. Okay, each card has which dates are available right over here. Each card has how many nights, what is the charges per night. Only the data is changing, and every card the structure is the exact same, but the images are changing, the location is changing, the kilometers are changing, the amount of money is basically changing. Okay, so that is what is happening right over here, guys. Okay. So right over here, what is happening is that if you want to create one of these cards, okay, maybe it requires 100 lines of HTML, okay, it requires 150 lines of CSS and 20 lines of JavaScript, because everything that you are able to see on your website is done at the end of the day using just HTML, CSS and JavaScript. It's done using just HTML, CSS and JavaScript, nothing else, guys. Okay, so if you want to create these four cards like this, okay, if you want to create four cards like this, then you have to write these code. Okay, these 270 lines of code. Okay, in total it is 270 lines of code four times to create that. Okay, you want to if you want four cards on your screen, you have to write it four times, all the code. Okay, so in a similar way, inside of JavaScript, when you wanted to do something, when you wanted to show a greeting message, you want for 100 users, you had to write those two lines of code 100 times. So what did you do? You put all that code inside of something called as a function, right, guys? You put all that code into something called as function. Do you guys remember that? Please do let me know. So for that reason itself, in React.js, what they did was they called that function as a component. Okay, because it's not just JavaScript, right? There is HTML and CSS inside of it as well. Think about each of these cards as a mini website. Think about these components as a mini website, a website that contains HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So each of these cards is nothing else but think about it as a mini website, guys, that has its own set of HTML, CSS and JavaScript that you together call as a component itself. Now you want 4 components like this. You want 4 cards like this on your screen. You just use that component. You don't write those HTML, CSS and JavaScript code again. Just use that component itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Component is a concept of just React.js. Do not confuse it with anything else. Okay, just React.js, guys. Are you guys able to understand this concept of components? Please do let me know, guys. The difference between a component and a function is that a function can only contain JavaScript code. In React.js, you're not just having JavaScript code, you're having HTML and CSS as well along with that. That is the reason why we call it as a component. We will be creating our very first component tomorrow. We are going to create our very first component tomorrow, so don't worry about it. Just keep this in your mind. We are going to revise this tomorrow. So do not worry about it, guys. Okay, let me close the attendance link right now. The attendance has been taken up for day 1. Okay, guys. In the next 3 minutes, I will take up the second attendance for today as well, guys. Do not worry. Where is the attendance link? Please send the attendance link. Why are you guys late in the class? 30 minutes of the class has already been happened. 20 minutes have already been happened. Why are you late in today's class? Those guys who are late in today's class, even if you fill up the second attendance for today's class, your attendance is 0. For today's class, your attendance is 0. You are not there in today's class according to me. Okay, the link is not working. 2,300 people were live, 2,700 people have filled up the attendance. That means you guys were not live in the class. So you are not going to get the attendance link as well. As simple as that. For those guys who are not present live in the class, you are not going to get the attendance link as well. If you want attendance, you come live from tomorrow's class initially itself. Okay, but today, even if you are filling up the second attendance form, you're not going to get the attendance for today's class. I'm as simple as that. You're not going to get the attendance for today's class. As simple as that, guys. 5 minutes is more than sufficient to fill up the attendance. If 2,700 people are able to fill up their attendance on time, that means do not fool me. If even 10 people were able to fill up the attendance, then I could have understood that, okay, no issues in that. That means people are not able to fill it up. Okay. So even if you fill up the second attendance, today's attendance is 0 for you guys. Okay, in 7 days, if you're missing out 1 day of attendance, no issues in that. We'll take care of it. We are able to understand it. We'll give you the certificates. But attend classes properly. Okay, so let's continue with the class, guys. The next particular topic that you guys need to understand is DOM. Okay, so now when you're writing the HTML code, guys, do you guys remember writing the HTML code? Okay, so think about it. I'm not telling you guys about like this is the HTML code or something like that. There is something called as DOM. Okay, DOM or document object model, guys. This is the full form. DOM or document object model. Please remember this full form, guys. This is very important for you guys to remember. Okay, document object model, guys. Okay, so right over here, as you are able to see this document object model, okay, this is nothing else. Okay, just think about it in such a way that for example, you on your website you are having a button. Okay, so think about it in such a way, you are having so you are having a button right over here, button button. You are having a form right over here. You are having a text field. Okay, form, form form. Okay, inside of the form you are having a text field. Okay, inside of the form you are having text field itself. Right over here you are having a checkbox. Okay, a checkbox right over here. Okay, a checkbox right over here. So your entire website can be shown as a hierarchical structure itself, having various different components inside of it. Okay, having various different components inside of it, guys. You don't need to understand DOM right now. What you need to understand is how does React make sure that, how do, like, just try to understand this first of all. any particular website that you are having. Okay, document object model, that is the full form of it. So you are having a form on that website, guys. FORM, form. You are having a form on that website. Now this form contains various different things, guys. These guys contain various different things. There might be a text field. Okay, there will be a number field. There will be a checkbox right over here. Okay, a checkbox right over here. So it has various different things inside of it, guys. Various different things inside of it. Okay, so your entire website can be arranged in a very hierarchical manner, just like this. And that hierarchical manner is called as a DOM tree. Okay, because it's a tree-like structure. Okay, it's a tree-like structure. It is called as a DOM tree, guys. Document object model. Okay, so what happens early on? Okay, let's go back to Instagram. Okay, let's go back to Instagram, guys. So this is Instagram, guys. Okay, this is Instagram right over here. So what happens in Instagram is that early on, okay, if you guys remember, okay, just for those guys who have used the very early version of Instagram or Facebook, if you wanted to see whether you have any new notifications or whether you have any new messages or something like that, you had to reload your entire page to see if you had new notifications or new messages itself. Do you guys remember that? Please do let me know. You guys remember that? Please do let me know, guys. In the very early times, okay, in the very early times, if you wanted to see whether you had new messages or new notifications itself, you had to reload your entire website again and again to see any new updates are there or not. But right now, the current websites that you are having, as soon as you get a new message, you get your notification that a new message is there. Okay, right over here on the left hand side corner, the number will increase from 8 to 9 as soon as my new message comes in. That is the latest website that is there, guys. So how is this happening? Okay, how is this happening? That is what I want you guys to understand. Okay, how is this happening? What happened early on? What is happening right now? Okay, so what happens is that in the early on version, which was made just using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, okay, which was made just using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, what used to happen was, for example, there is this particular message button. Okay, there is this particular message button, guys. Okay, there's this particular message button that is there. Now the entire DOM tree is created in such a, so DOM tree, whatever is there on your screen, guys, whatever is there on your screen, okay, everything can be arranged into a DOM tree. For example, there is a search bar. Okay, there is a search bar right over here. There is a web feed right over here. Okay, where you are able to see your posts. Okay, then there is a sidebar. Okay, navigation bar, nav bar. Okay, inside of which you are having this message wala cheese, message, the message bubble right over here itself. Okay, so what used to happen when everything was made using just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript was that every time you had to, so every this DOM tree gets created. Okay, every time that you are reloading the page. So what happens is that whether you have a message or not, whether you have a message or not, your entire website, this entire website is going to talk to the backend. Okay, the entire website is going to talk to the backend itself. The backend contains all the information, how, which post to show you, what is your ID password, okay, how many messages do you are having right over here, all these different things that are there that is stored in the backend itself. So to check whether you have any new messages or not, you had to refresh the entire page. You have to refresh the entire page so that it is able to talk to the backend, check if any updates are there, and then send those updates back to you with the new messages being shown to you at the end of the day. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So now this was a very hectic thing because to reload the entire page, all your search bar, your navigation bar, your posts, your feeds, your messages, everything had to be re-rendered to your screen, had to be created from scratch and put up to your screen itself. So your browser had to read through all the code and then recreate it on your screen so that you are able to see these things. That was a very lengthy process, very time taking process itself. That is the reason why your websites were very slow, very slow. And every time you wanted some update, you had to reload the entire page again and again and again, so that your entire page used to talk to the backend. It is not as if your entire page had to talk to the backend to see if any updates are there, and then only you were able to see these updates. Now, what did React.js do? Okay, this is a very important thing, guys. Okay, when you are learning React.js, this is the first thing that you should be learning. Okay, what does React.js does? Why is React.js so important to learn? Okay, so right over here, you are having something called as a virtual DOM, a real DOM, and a virtual DOM, guys. So a real DOM is the exact same thing that you saw right now. Okay, nothing is different about it. Nothing is different about it, guys. It's the exact same thing. You are having all these nodes, okay, that are there. Then you are having this checkbox that is here, guys. Okay, nothing else. Whatever is there on your website right now, it is there on your real DOM as well. Okay, it is there in your real DOM as well, guys. See, guys, I'm being very clear with this. The first attendance link is over. It is closed. It is not going to be shared again. It is not going to be open again. You guys have lost your attendance itself. Be wary of this, that in some day I might take up an example as well. That there will be a question in the live chat, okay, in the attendance form. What example did I use to teach you guys DOM in today's class? Was it Airbnb? Was it Instagram.com? Was it Facebook.com? Was it Netflix.com? If you're putting up the wrong answer, that means you were not there in the class, you are not paying attention, 0 marks, no certificates. You have 7 out of 7 days of attendance, 0 marks, no certificates itself. As simple as that. If you guys are here to study, well and good, learn as much as possible. If you're here just for the certificates, it's my guarantee you're not going to get a single certificate from my end. As simple as that, guys. Because this is very irritating. I'm teaching something right over here, and people are just filling up the live chat with some bullshit. Okay, I don't like it. It becomes very irritating and very distracting for me to teach. Okay, please pay attention to the class. If you have any questions or queries related to it, please let me know. I will try to help you guys out with the same. Related to attendance, if you're just here for attendance, please fuck off from my class. As simple as that. Pay attention to the class, learn as much as possible. I'm there with you. If you're not here to learn, if you're here to do bullshit, you don't want to grow in your life, please leave out of my community itself in its entirety. This community is not for people like you. It is for people who are here to study. If you are facing net problems, if you are facing stomach problems, I'm also facing that. I'm here, I'm teaching. I don't care about it. It is your lookout to make sure that you're not using your internet the entire day. That is up to you. Get a Wi-Fi if you are in college, arrange something else. See, one of the best part about having your own channel is I don't give a fuck about anything. I'm not an employee. I'm not earning anything out of this. I do this because I love teaching. I love helping people, but I help people only when they want help. If you don't want my help, please leave out of my class. Okay? If you're here to study, please focus upon this topic. I'm telling you guys right now, this concept of virtual DOM and real DOM is something that will be asked to you guys in your interviews. This is a very important interview question related to front-end web development. Like it is like if you're going for a front-end web development job or an internship at any particular point of time, this is the first question that they will be asking you guys. First question will be, why did you select React.js? Why not Angular.js? Then you have to explain them the concept of components and virtual DOM. Then they will be asking, what is virtual DOM? Why is it faster? And then you have to explain all these things to them. That is the reason. So, like I said, I could have skipped the entire theory portion, directly the practicals I would have shifted. But I want you guys to understand these questions that are going to be asked in the interviews as well. Great. So let's continue with this, guys. Okay. Without the knowledge of HTML, it is really hard to understand what is real DOM. But think about it, whatever you are seeing on your screen, guys, okay, whatever you are seeing on your screen right over here, maybe the home that you are seeing on the left hand side, the search that you are seeing on the left hand side, explore, reels, message, notification, create, profile, each thing that you are able to see on your profile, that is its very own node of a tree. Okay, there's a tree has various different nodes itself, okay, various different parts of it. Each of these parts are one of the things that you are able to see on your screen itself. Okay, each of these things are one of the things that you are able to see on your screen itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Good. So what happens right now is that in React.js, the real DOM is the exact same thing. That is the DOM that I told you guys about, the original DOM using HTML that was created. Okay. Now what happens is, so this is something that is already there. That is your code itself. Real DOM is basically your code. Now what does React.js does? React.js basically creates a software version of the exact same, of the real DOM. A software version. It does not exist. It is not the code that you have written. It just creates a virtual DOM, a DOM that does not exist. It is a coded DOM itself. It is something that React creates on its own. Okay, please try to understand this. The real DOM is the HTML code that is there. The real DOM is the HTML code that is there, guys. The virtual DOM is a copy of the real DOM. A virtual DOM is the copy of the real DOM that basically is a soft version of it, a software version of it, guys. Okay. Is the software version of it. So it is the exact same DOM. Somebody is asking the meaning of DOM. So DOM is basically document object model. Okay, DOM is basically document object model, guys. Okay, so this virtual DOM is basically the exact clone of the real DOM, but in software version. So exactly whatever is there in the React real DOM, the exact same thing is happening inside of the virtual DOM as well. But this time the DOM is made up of components. This time the DOM is made up of components, guys. Components. Okay, the DOM is made up of components. And if you guys remember, I told you guys that DOM is basically, sorry, your component is basically like a mini website. Okay, your component is basically like a mini website, guys. Do you guys remember that? Please do let me know. Your component is like a mini website. Now something is a mini website, that means it has, this component has its own HTML, it has its own CSS, it has its own JavaScript. So it is able to independently, each of these components is able to independently talk to the backend. Okay, this virtual DOM is made up of components. The real DOM is the original DOM that was there, okay, using HTML, the original thing that was there, guys. Nothing is different about it. The one that existed 10 years, 20 years from now, it is the exact same thing. It is something that is the HTML code. It is not going to change in the future as well. Virtual DOM is created using React.js. Okay, you don't have to write the code. React in its internal coding itself, creates this virtual DOM for you in its internal coding itself. So this virtual DOM is made up of components. Each of these components is like a mini website, and this mini website is able to individually talk to the backend. Okay, this mini website is able to individually talk to the backend itself. For example, this checkbox that is here. Okay, this example is basically this checkbox that is here, guys. This checkbox is independently able to talk to the backend. Okay, it is able to independently talk to the backend. That, so for example, the backend basically tells him that, okay, checkbox, you are unchecked from now onwards. Okay, right over here it is checked, right? Right over here, there's a tick mark inside of the checkbox. Okay, in the real DOM, as you are able to see, the virtual DOM is nothing else but the exact copy of the real DOM, right? Virtual DOM is basically the exact copy of the real DOM itself, right, guys? and this virtual DOM is able to talk to the backend. The backend basically tells that, okay, virtual DOM, this virtual checkbox, you are unchecked from now. There should be no tick mark inside of you. So here your tick mark is basically changed. Okay, there's no tick mark inside of the checkbox right now because it was talking to the backend. The backend said now you are not checked. Now what does React does? React will go through each of these nodes in the real DOM and the virtual DOM. Okay, React.js will go through all the nodes inside of the real DOM and the virtual DOM. So it will first check the first particular node, that is both the nodes the exact same. Are there any changes between the real node and the virtual node? No changes, it will move forward. It will check the next particular node. Is there any changes between the real node and the virtual node? So it will check all the corresponding nodes in the real DOM and the virtual DOM itself. Now the change will happen inside of the checkbox. The change will happen inside of the checkbox. Here, in the real DOM, it is checked. In the virtual DOM, it is unchecked. The real DOM, the checkbox is checked, right? There's a tick inside of it. But in the virtual DOM, there is no tick inside of it. So now instead of re-rendering the entire website to make this change visible to you, in the original website, you had to reload. You had to refresh the entire website so that all the nodes inside of your real DOM updates itself right over here, because virtual DOM is able to figure out that only the checkbox has been changed. Only the checkbox has been changed, so it just reloads the checkbox itself. That is the reason why you see the message that, okay, you have got a new message, you have got a new notification, because only that particular component gets reloaded. Only that component gets refreshed itself, because each of the component is able to talk directly to the backend itself. That is the reason why you don't have to refresh the entire page. Your page automatically gets refreshed for you. Your page automatically gets refreshed for you itself. Why real DOM is used? Because it already exists. That is your code. Real DOM already exists. DOM is nothing else but your HTML file. DOM is nothing else but your HTML file in a visual manner. Okay? Give examples of real DOM and virtual DOM. Dude, there is no example of it. It's a concept. There's no example of it. It's a concept. Explain different types of JavaScript. First, understand this, then I will explain that as well. Guys, again, I'm explaining to you guys that real DOM and virtual DOM is just a concept. You are not going to write these codes. Okay, it is the exact same thing as making you understand why a Ferrari is very fast than a normal Tata Nano. Okay, why is it fast? Why is Ferrari fast? I'm trying to explain to you guys that, okay, there's something called as a V8 engine inside of it. There's something called as a turbocharged engine inside of the Ferrari, and your Tata Nano has an engine of a auto. Okay, that is the difference. I'm trying to explain you the concepts right over here. When you are using your Ferrari, you are not going to see the engine. You're not going to touch the engine and like, Achha, now I'm going to change the pipes and everything. Now I'm going to pinch up the pistols and everything, and now it is going to run. You are just going to handle the steering wheel and the paddles itself. That's it. Okay, the paddles itself. Okay, right over here, that's the exact same thing. All this virtual DOM, real DOM and everything are concepts. These are things that already exist inside of React.js. You're not even going to see them. It already does that for you. You're going to just use React.js. So why React.js is faster? Why are we using React.js? Why not HTML, CSS and JavaScript? That is what I'm explaining you right over here. Try to understand it. Okay. This is not something that you are going to code. You are going to create components. We are going to learn how to create components. This is something that you are going to do. Now, for those guys who are not able to understand DOM, okay, for those guys who are not able to understand DOM itself, try to understand this. There's something called as your HTML file, index.html. Okay, index.html, just like index.js is there, which contains the JavaScript code. Index.html basically contains your HTML code itself. This entire file is referred to as a document. This entire file, this index.html is always referred to as document. Why is it referred to as document, guys? Because that is the name that the person who created it gave it to it. Okay, the person who created me gave me the name of Chauresina. So my name is Chauresina. There's no explanation behind it. So this index.html is called as your document itself. And your document object model is the exact representation of this HTML code. Your DOM, document object model, is nothing else but a visual representation. Okay, a tree like representation of this code. Okay, a tree like representation of this code. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Good. Okay, and that is what I'm trying to make you guys understand. Now, why does it create a virtual DOM? Because the Facebook, so now I am saying person, Facebook who created React.js, this is the concept that they used, and then they coded everything to create React.js for you guys. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, now let us go back to our website. Let's go to React.js. Now, right over here, as you're able to see, React.js is called as a JavaScript library to build user interfaces. Okay? JavaScript library for building user interfaces. Now, what does a JavaScript library mean to you? Now, all this concept of virtual DOM that is there, all this concept of real DOM, how they are comparing the virtual DOM with the real DOM, re-rendering the items right over there, creating components out there, all these different things that exist basically is something that has been created using a structure called as library. Now, you guys may have visited a library at any particular point of time in their lives, right? In your life, in your school as well, you must have a library, the normal English library that is there, right, guys? Please do let me know. You must have visited a normal English library where you're having a lot of books at any particular point of time, right, guys? Please do let me know. So what happens out there, guys? You go to that particular library, you want to learn about React.js. You ask the library, what is the book that is there on React.js? She or he gives you a book. There's an entire section on IT and software. You take out the book of React.js, you sit there, you read everything, and then you use it in your daily life. Okay, then you use it in your daily life. In the exact same manner, React has been built right over here. It is a library of various different functions that exist. Okay, a library of various different functions, of various different methods that are there. So, for example, when you are building up a website, there are multiple different things that if you are doing it using just HTML and CSS, for example, creating a component itself. So, create a component, you need your DOM trees, your virtual DOM tree. Now, if you want to create your own virtual DOM tree, you will have to write at least 1000 to 2000 lines of code to create your very basic, very tutty, very shitty ass quality virtual DOM tree. Okay, that won't work half of the time as well. So these guys at React sat there, took the best thing in the entire world, that was the virtual DOM tree at that particular point of time, coded it up very well, created the entire library for you guys that is able to handle the virtual DOMs, that is able to handle the components, that is able to handle rendering items to the screen itself. Everything they coded it. They created all these different tools. So for example, this is a tool that is able to help me speak. Okay, this is a tool that helps me speak. Somebody created this entire tool. Now it is available inside of React.js. I just can go inside of React.js, take this tool out and use it at the end of the day. Okay, take this tool out and use it at the end of the day, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So that is the reason why it is called as a JavaScript library, guys. Okay, because first of all, JavaScript, because it is made using JavaScript, we have to use JavaScript. It's a library because it has all the tools, all the things that is necessary for you guys to create your front end of the websites. Everything it has right over there. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to create our very first hello world program in React.js. We are going to create our very first hello world program for React.js, guys. Are you guys able to understand what I want to do? Are you guys able to understand what I want to do, guys? Please let me know. Up till now, whatever you have understood, try to just revise it once again after today's class. It is very important for you guys. Okay. Okay, guys. And today we'll be doing our Hello World in React.js. I'll be explaining you some important concepts as well. Very important, guys. Extremely important. In the meanwhile, start filling up your attendance too. Okay, of today. You have up till 8:26. At 8:26, the attendance link will be closed. At 8:26, the second attendance will be closed. At 8:26, the second attendance will be closed, guys. 8:26, the second attendance will be closed. Okay. You guys have 5 minutes to fill up your attendance. I have 5 minutes break, then we'll continue with the class. Okay, you have 5 minutes to fill out your attendance. After 5 minutes, I will close the class, guys. Please fill up your attendance in the meanwhile. Okay? After 5 minutes, I will be coming. You have break up till 5 minutes, guys. You have break up till 5 minutes. guys. So we are going to close the attendance link right now, and it's closed. Okay. So we got the attendance link closed, guys. Okay. And I hope that you guys are able to listen to me properly. For those guys who are not filling their attendance link on time, please be on time on in the class, guys. If you're not in time in the class, I'm not going to give you guys the attendance. It's as simple as possible, guys. Okay. Slowly and steadily, we are going to integrate this into our platform as well. So if you are there on the platform live only, then you're going to get the attendance. As simple as that, guys. Okay. Um and yeah, there might be another attendance after this. So those guys who are saying that for example, if you guys are joining the program itself, okay, so right over here, if you guys are missing out on the third attendance today, don't tell me that I didn't tell you guys about the third attendance. Okay, so right over here, guys, let's start with our class. Let's start with our class, guys. So we are now going to start our practicals, guys. So like I said, we are going to create our practicals itself. So please try to understand this, guys, that I had promised you guys one thing, that even if you don't have a laptop, okay, even if you don't have a laptop, you will be able to do it into your mobile phones as well. Okay, you will be able to do it into your mobile phones as well. Okay, guys, so try to understand this. What we are going to do is everybody has to do the exact same thing. Even if you have a laptop, you are going to use something called as Code Sandbox. Okay, you're going to use something called as Code Sandbox, guys. This is the website that we are going to use, Code Sandbox. You can do a Google search for it as well, Code Sandbox, guys. You can just do a Google search for it as well. This will create, okay, this the first link that you are able to see, codesandbox.io. This is what we are going to use for our coding purpose. Now you guys will be asking, sir, why not VS Code, sir? Why not this? Why not that? Everything is the exact same. Okay, if you are using VS Code, there's a lot of setup. Not everybody is able to do that setup properly. Wastage of time, a lot of time will be wasted out there. Secondly, not everybody has a laptop. Okay, people have their mobile phone. Smartphone is with every person. Even if you are having a laptop, even if you are having a smartphone, you will be able to do it from your computer or from your mobile phone itself. Code Sandbox basically provides you with all the necessary items, all the necessary tools, all the necessary things that you need to create as well as deploy your website. Okay, it automatically deploys your website for you. So once you have created your website, you can share it with your student, with your college mates. You can share it on LinkedIn. You can share it on your resume as well, so that people can access your website. People can access your website itself. Bilal, some say React.js is a framework, some say it's a library. So Bilal, it's basically a library. Okay, on the official React website, it is saying it's a library, so it's a library. As simple as that. Okay, so right over here, what you are going to do is, so it's a free platform. You don't have to pay for anything. Okay, it's a free platform itself. What you have to do is you have to log in into the platform using Google or using your GitHub itself, whatever you prefer. Once you have logged into the platform, you are going to click on this particular create button. Okay, you're going to click on this particular create button itself. Then so please don't use slang words. As a Muslim, we don't like or want or to say or listen to these words. Iza, then I think so you are at the wrong platform itself to study. Yeah, I use a slang, but I am not targeting anybody you through that. That is how I talk. So if you want to be here, you want to learn, you will have to adjust a bit. I'm able to understand. I'm respecting your religion as well. But as a person, that is me. And yeah, I use a slang, but it's not targeted to anybody or something like that. Sometimes I use this slang on myself as well. uh, yeah, so if you are here to study, just focus upon the studying portion. Just ignore the slangs itself. Some of the entertainment that is also there is also there. So this is not a class wherein I'm focusing just upon the studies. Okay, so yeah, just focus upon it. Okay, so right over here, as you're able to see, I just clicked on the create button. Okay, once you're logged into the platform itself, just click on this particular create button. It will open this for you. Now right over here, I want you guys to select React.js. Okay, I want you guys to select React.js from right over here. As soon as you click on it, it will open up a sandbox for you guys, where you can code, where you are able to see your website as well, deployed website for you guys as well. Okay, So right over here, as you are able to see, there are 3 different portions to this sandbox, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know. Okay, there are 3 different portions, these 3 different parts to the sandbox. Are you guys able to see this on your screen? Please do let me know, guys. Good. So right over here, as you're able to see on the left hand side, you have something called as files. Okay. On the left hand side, you are having something called as files, guys. These files basically contain all your file system. So the public folder, the src folder, index.html, app.js, index.js. These are the different kinds of files and folders that you are having inside of this sandbox. Okay, inside of this sandbox itself. In the middle panel, in the panel that you are able to see in the middle itself, your code will be visible to you, guys. This is where you are going to code. Okay, this is where you are going to code, guys. And the third panel that is there is the browser panel. Okay, third panel that is there is the browser panel. This is where you will be able to see your website, whatever code that you're writing. How does that look on your website? That you will be able to see on the right hand side. Now before starting this, guys, I'm again and again telling you guys, please do not code along with me. As simple as that, guys. Please do not code along with me. If you are coding along with me, guys, you are not listening to what I'm saying. You are not understanding what I'm saying, guys. If anybody, please do not code along with me. Once the class is over, once the class is completed, after that particular class itself, you can rewatch the video and code at that particular point of time so that you are able to increase your recall. Okay, right now, listen to me very carefully. Okay, do not miss on any of the stuff that I'm teaching you guys right now. Okay. Okay, so once this has been done, guys, what we are going to do is, this is very like crowded right over here. As you're able to see, it's very crowded. So we want to make it a bit more open. So for that, inside of the third panel, that is the browser panel, guys. Inside of the third panel, that is the browser panel. I want you guys to click on this particular button, open in new window, on the top right corner. On the top right corner, I want you guys to click on this open in new window button, guys. Okay. Once you click on this particular button, guys, it will open the website on a new page. It will open the website on a new page, guys. So you don't require the browser tag anymore. You don't require the browser tab anymore, guys. This is the only thing that you require right now. Okay. The next particular thing that you're having is this file system. So once everything has been figured out inside of this, we'll close down the file system as well. Okay. So again, guys, those guys were asking, sir, how did you reach here? I was not able to listen to you. What were you doing? Okay. The only thing that you have to do is listen to me. Okay. So please, for those guys, again, like I said, you guys don't have to code right now. After the class, you have to code. So even if you are not able to listen to me properly, you can just rewind the video at the end of the class. Listen to it once again. How did I reach here? Okay. Good. So now what we are going to do is, first of all, we are going to delete app.js. This file, I don't want it. I don't like it. I'm going to delete it. So just click on this particular delete button on the right side of app.js, guys. Click on this particular delete button on the right side of app.js and delete this file in its entirety. Okay. Secondly, enter into index.js. Select everything inside of the code, inside of index.js. As you are able to see, we are in index.js, guys. Select everything inside of that, remove it. There should be nothing inside of index.js, guys. It should be empty. Index.js should be empty, guys. Select styles.css. Okay, select styles.css. Drag styles, and so styles.css is present into your src folder, as you are able to see. Style.css is present inside of your src folder. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? It is present into your src folder. Drag styles.css from here and put it inside of the public folder, guys. Drag and drop the styles.css into the public folder, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. So your public folder should contain your index.html and your styles.css. Your src folder should contain just your index.js, and that should be completely empty, guys. That should be completely empty. Okay. Now, right over here inside of this sandbox info on the top left corner, okay, you're able to see this box. That is the sandbox info, guys. If you scroll down below it, guys, you guys are able to see it basically contains some information, okay, about your program itself. Okay, it contains some information about your entire thing. See things. So inside of your files itself, okay, on the top left corner, you are able to see this Explorer button, right guys? On the top left corner, you are able to see this Explorer button. Inside of this Explorer button, if you scroll down below, you are able to see React, React DOM, and React scripts already pre-installed for you guys. Okay, React, React DOM, and React scripts already installed for you guys. Now this is called as dependencies. This is called as dependencies, guys. Now, what is a dependency? A dependency is basically something that your code is dependent upon. So your React library that was there, okay, your React library, somebody created the React library, guys. That React library basically, now what is inside of React library, I will be letting you guys know after, like in today's class or maybe in tomorrow's class. So please be patient about it. Okay, so we are going to use React and React DOM. We have no use of React scripts. That is already pre-installed for us. We don't have any use of React scripts, guys. We're going to use React and React DOM. As the name React DOM suggests, it basically handles your DOM properties. Your virtual DOM, your real DOM, all that is basically handled by your React DOM itself. So this is a library that is there. Somebody coded that entire library. Somebody means Facebook basically coded your entire library, guys, of React and React DOM. Okay. So what is happening right over here is that somebody coded that. Now you require it. You want to use it, guys. So to use it, you have to first install that entire thing. So for example, if you want to play GTA 5 or GTA Vice City, then you have to install that game. Only then you will be able to use it, right? So right over here, you have installed these dependencies for you. Your entire, okay? Your entire code is dependent upon these libraries. Your entire code is dependent upon these libraries, guys. Okay, so what we are going to do right now is, first thing, we are going to use these libraries. So var react is equals to require react. Okay, so I'm writing this particular code. I'm creating a variable called as react that basically, so we have installed the library. We have installed a library called as react, guys. That we have done for you guys. We've installed a library called as React. That is already done right over here. Okay. Now we need to tell JavaScript that, guys, there is a library called as React. Okay. JavaScript, we need to use React. Okay. We require React. Whatever code that I'm writing, that will be dependent upon React, that is going to use React. So we require React. And whatever this React library is, because we are going to use it, I'm going to save it inside of a variable called as React itself, so that whenever I want to use it, I'm going to refer the entire library by the term, by the variable name called as React, by the variable name called as React, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Please do let me know, guys. Now we need to understand about a new terminology, guys. We need to understand about a new terminology. Okay, this is a very important terminology, guys. So at any particular point of time, guys, have you heard about this pi? Pi is equals to 3.14. Have you guys heard about it? Please let me know, guys. Have you heard about this pi? 3.14, guys. That's its value. Now, can pi be 5? Can pi be 5, guys? Please let me know. Can pi be 5? Please let me know, guys. No, right? Pi cannot be 5. There's a fixed value, that is 3.14. The value of pi cannot be changed. The value of pi cannot be modified. But if I am creating pi inside of JavaScript, okay, if I'm creating pi instead of JavaScript, guys, if I'm writing var pi is equals to 3.14, can I do this? Can I write pi is equals to pi plus 5, guys? Can I do this? Please let me know. If I'm writing in JavaScript, var pi is equals to 3.14, can I write this particular line of code? Can I write Okay, I'm not asking that, okay, pi value cannot be changed. Okay, I should not be writing this. Can I write this code, guys? Pi is equals to pi plus 5. Right? I can write this code because pi is a variable. A variable can be changed. The value of a variable can be modified. A value of a variable can be updated at any particular point of time. So this is not something that I can declare a pi as. I cannot declare a pi as a constant because its value is a constant. It is never going to be changed. It should not be modified. It should not be changed at any particular point of time. So for that reason itself, there is something called as const in JavaScript. There's something called as const in JavaScript. For example, if I'm declaring pi as a const, C-O-N-S-T, const pi is equals to 3.14. Okay, const pi is equals to 3.14, guys, then I cannot write pi is equals to pi plus 5. This will give me an error. I cannot write pi is equals to 5. This will also give me an error. I cannot write it. Even if I write it, it will not work because now pi has been declared as a constant. Its value cannot be updated. Its value cannot be changed. Its value cannot be modified at any particular point of time. Are you guys able to understand this const? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this value of like concept of const? Please let me know, guys. Good. So now what we are going to do is we are going to go back. In a similar way, this React module, we cannot change it. We cannot modify it. Okay. So it should not be a variable. It should be a constant. So we are going to declare it as a const. C-O-N-S-T, const. Const React is equal to require the library React, guys. Okay. The next particular thing that is there is we need the React DOM library as well. So again, we'll be creating a const React DOM is equals to require React DOM. Okay, so we are using two libraries right over here, the React library and the React DOM library. We are saving them inside of React and React DOM so that we are able to use those libraries inside of our code at any particular point of time, guys. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we are going to use something called as the render property of React DOM. We're going to use something called as the render property of React DOM, guys. Okay, now what is the meaning of the render? Okay, what is the meaning of render in normal English? Can you guys let me know? What is the meaning of the term render in normal English, guys? Can you guys let me know? I don't know programming at all. What do you mean by render in normal English? Could you guys let me know? To display something, to run something, to show something, to produce something, okay, to load send something, good, to process something, good. So rendering basically means to render something to your screen, to process something, to show something, to display something to your screen. That is what the meaning of rendering is. Okay, to create something. Okay, that is what rendering is. Right now, what do you want to do? You want to render a particular item to your screen. You want to render a particular element to your screen. My aim is to write hello world to my screen itself, guys. On my website, I should be able to see hello world. That is my aim. So my aim is to render hello world to my screen, right, guys? Please do let me know. My aim is to render hello world to my screen, guys. Please do let me know. Right? Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know, guys. So what am I going to do? I'm going to write a code, React DOM dot render. Okay, I'm going to use this particular property, guys, React DOM dot render. Now what to show? Arey yaar, where to show? Okay, so basically React DOM dot render takes in two attributes, guys. React DOM dot render basically takes in two attributes, two parameters. What do you want to render? And where do you want to render, guys? Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. What do you want to render? Where do you want to render? Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. So what do I want to render, guys? I want to render a big and bold hello world to my screen. That is what I want to render. That is my aim. I want to render a big and bold hello world to my screen, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So what to show I'm going to write, and so in HTML, to create to in your website, you create something that is big and bold. So I want to render HELLO hello WORLD world. Okay, this is what I want to render, but I want it to be big and bold, guys. I want it to be big and bold. For that, I'm going to use tags. Okay, in HTML, there is something called as tags, guys. These tags basically give some additional attributes to certain things. Okay, so this hello world, if it is coming to your screen, it will be very puny, very small, very like thin. Okay, I want to create it big and bold, so I'm going to use the h1, that is the heading element, guys. Okay, so this is the opening element, guys. H1, that is the opening element right over here, and this is the closing element at the end, guys. This is the closing element at the end. Okay, so basically this h1 element is going to make my hello world appear big and bold. It is going to make it appear big and bold. So whatever is present inside of this h1 element, the opening tag and the closing tag, it is going to appear as big and bold. That is what I want to render. Now where do I want it to be rendered to? Where do I want it to be rendered to, guys? So inside of the index.html, inside of the public folder, you are having the index.html, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know, guys. Inside of the public folder, you are having index.html. Inside of this index.html, there is one tag that is called as the div tag. Okay, are you guys able to see this tag? One tag that is called as the div tag. It has an ID of root. It has an ID of root. So this div tag has an ID of root, guys. Now what is this ID? ID is basically like your roll number. Okay, for example, I am a student, you are a student in the same college. Okay, so both of us will be having an ID. Okay, both of us will be having an ID, a roll number, guys. And what will be that roll number? That will uniquely identify me inside of the entire college. No other student in the entire college is going to have the same roll number as me. Similar to that, no other element, no other tag in the entire index.html is going to have the same ID as this div tag. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. No other tag. You don't need to know what are these tags. Okay, we are not here to learn HTML. If you want to learn HTML from 9 o'clock, there is another bootcamp on HTML and CSS. You can join that. Okay, so right over here, the ID of root basically uniquely identifies this div tag inside of this entire index.html, guys. Now, if you guys remember, I already told you guys, this index.html is called as a document. You guys remember that? Please let me know. This index.html as a file is called as a document, guys. Please let me know. Do you guys remember telling me that to you guys? Do you guys remember that? Please let me know. We call this as a document. I have already told you guys this. So what we are going to do is document dot get element by ID. Okay, these tags are called as elements. Okay, the div tag, the h1 tag, various different tags are there. This is called as the elements. Now inside of this document, that is the index.html file, we want to get the element by its ID, because ID uniquely identifies these element, guys. So we want to get the element by the ID. What ID do we want to find? What ID do we want to find, guys? Root. That was the ID, right, guys? Want to find the element that had the ID of root. You guys remember that? Please do let me know. So document dot get element by its ID. Okay, the ID of root we want to find. Okay, we're going to save this. We're going to go back to our website. As you are able to see, we are able to see a big bold text on our screen that is basically saying hello world. Okay, that is basically saying hello world right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. So that is as simple as that, guys. That is as simple as that. We have created our very first hello world program in React.js. We have created our very first program in React.js, guys. Hello world program. That is where we are going to stop today. Okay, that is where we are going to stop today, guys. Tomorrow I will be explaining you guys. We already know what React DOM is used for. This virtual DOM, React DOM, rendering elements to your screen, we already know that. What is the use of this React? That is the first thing that we are going to learn tomorrow. Okay, first thing. Okay, second thing that we are going to learn is this is not JavaScript. What we are writing right over here, that is not actually JavaScript. So why is it not JavaScript? If we had written it in JavaScript, how would it look like? That we are going to look at tomorrow. We are going to start by creating our very first component tomorrow as well. We'll be working on creating our very first component as well tomorrow, guys. These are the three things that we are going to look at tomorrow. These are the three things that we are going to look at tomorrow, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. Awesome, guys. So we will stop right over here, guys. We'll stop right over here. We will come in tomorrow's class exactly at 7:30 and we'll continue our class from right over there. Again, I'm telling you guys, there were 2 attendances in today's class. If you have filled only one of the attendances, anyone, you have 0 attendance for today. Any one of the attendance, even if you have filled it, you have 0 attendance for today, guys. 0. Okay. So if you want your attendance properly, come to tomorrow's class on time at 7:30. Otherwise, you're going to miss one of your attendances. If you're not paying attention to the class, you're going to miss your turn, your attendance itself. As simple as that. Please be on time, learn properly. Those guys who are learning properly, actually, they are able to fill up their attendance as well. That I'm able to see. Those guys who are not coming live properly, they are not paying attention to the class, only those are facing any kind of problems. And see, if you guys from 7 days, if one day you are not able to fill your attendance, I will handle that for you. You don't have to worry about it. You'll still get your certificates, you will still get everything. But more than one day when you're not filling it up, I'm not going to help you guys at all. I'm not going to help you guys at all, guys. Okay? Okay. So we'll close the class right over here, guys. We will come at tomorrow's class. Ritesh, sir, what about internship course, please? Ritesh, you can approach me on LinkedIn or Instagram if you have any questions like that. Or you can approach any of our career counselors for that as well from our website. They will, of course, help you guys out with the same. Okay, so we'll come at tomorrow's class at 7:30, guys. The class is over and we'll meet in a few. We will meet tomorrow at 7:30. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Like at 9 o'clock. Okay, we are having another boot camp on HTML and CSS. So if you guys are interested for that, you guys can join that as well. Okay. So the Tinder bootcamp, I will do it in 2 to 3 days. I need some more time to actually create it. So don't worry. Okay. I will meet in a future class itself. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye. The LinkedIn ID is down in the description of the video. If you go to the description of the video, you will be able to see the LinkedIn ID. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. You will be able to see the LinkedIn ID in the description of the video itself. Okay. One more thing, guys. If you guys are interested to join the DevTown circle itself, if you want to be a part of DevTown as a volunteer, okay, you guys can join the campus ambassador program itself via DevTown. Okay, those who want to be a part of DevTown, guys, in any format, so we have this campus ambassador program where you will be representing DevTown in your own campuses. Okay, where you will be a part of DevTown for 1 month or even 6 months, depending upon what you want. You'll be getting a letter of recommendation and internship completion certificate from our end. We call these campus ambassadors as citizens of DevTown because development town, so citizens of DevTown. So you will be encouraging your friends to join the DevTown community. You will be the face of DevTown in your own campuses. You will be promoting our free boot camps and arranging free workshops for your college via DevTown. Okay, so workshop just for your own college. And those students who will be performing very well as the campus ambassadors will be getting stipends, will be getting goodies and a lot of different things from DevTown as well. So for those students who are interested to join the DevTown program, I'm sending you guys the link for the same. Right now, just all over the world, we have people from Spain, we have people from Italy, we have people from Africa, we have people from Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, US, UK. We have total of 8,556 citizens throughout the country. Throughout the country, guys. Throughout the world. Okay, that is the best part. Not just throughout the country, but throughout the world, guys. So for those who are interested to join the campus ambassador program, that is the citizens of DevTown, you guys can fill up this particular form that I'm providing to you guys. Campus ambassador link. You guys can fill this particular form, guys. I provide you guys with the form. I've already pinned up the form as well. So please do fill out the form, guys. Those who are interested into the same. Okay. That would be great for you guys to join us, and we will be able to help you guys out with the same as well. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. For those who are interested to join the campus ambassador program, you guys can definitely join right over here. And what about those whose graduation is completed? Sure, you can also join. Is it free? Yes, of course it is free. Okay, do not worry about it. So definitely join, guys, and it will be great to work with you guys as well. So thank you so much, guys, and this is the end of the class. Please be on time tomorrow, and we'll continue from right over there, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye.